Hello and welcome. My name is Tom Shima, and today is Sunday, June 14th. I'm going to be continuing to play the game Persona 3 Reload as part of my Persona A Day series. That's where I've been playing the game one in-game day at a time as it lines up with the real calendar. I'm going to start off by looking at what we did yesterday, just to refresh us all and make sure we're aware of what happened. Then we'll get into today's gameplay and see where that takes us. After all that, we'll come back here to the desk and talk about it a little bit more and just see what other further details we can glean from it. For any of you watching on YouTube, I will have timestamps in the description in case you want to jump to a specific section. I do also want to mention that since this is a full playthrough of the game, we will be encountering spoilers, so please be aware of that. Okay, let's take a look back first off then at what we did yesterday, Saturday, June 13th. It was definitely a busier day that day, so there's a little bit to cover here, but we won't dwell too much on it. The day started out at school. Mitsuru met us at the gate and told me that Fuka Yamagishi would be moving into the dorm officially today. Or today being yesterday. That day. And that also meant Mitsuru was going to be available to resume her combat role, which she says she's more comfortable at than the navigation she'd been providing. So it sounds like there's going to be quite the shift to our balance in Tartarus, which sounds encouraging and exciting. And that led us to a fairly normal school day. And after school, Mitsuru stopped by the classroom to meet up with Yukari, Junpei, and I to say that the chairman requested our presence in the evening because he had something he wanted to give us. Some sort of special gift. So we all kind of wondered what that was going to be as we went on with our afternoon. I had a text from Elizabeth that she had some new requests for me, so I had to stop by and see her. I was able to already complete some of those requests, but others I just added to the list. Have some things to keep a lookout for now going forward, so that's going to be some fun. And with the remainder of the afternoon, I passed by a gentleman who seems to go to our school. He had the same uniform on that I was wearing, and he looked to be enjoying some good food. I'd heard talk of a gourmet king being seen around town, and I wondered if that was the same student. So I decided I had some free time and was going to approach him. He revealed that he was the gourmet king, an expert of all the foods in the area, all the culinary secrets, all the best places, all the best meals. He knew it all. And he also wanted me to prove myself. He doesn't want to hang around with just anyone. He wants someone that's on his level. So he quizzed me on the various bits of trivia for the food places around the town, which thankfully I was able to navigate successfully. And then his final challenge was to find him some sort of meal that he had never tasted before. I, as a player, had a little bit of difficulty with that, but thankfully my character in-game knew what was going on, because when I talked to the gourmet king again, I already had the item in my inventory that he was looking for. He asked for an odd morsel, which I had an actual odd morsel that I found in Tartarus. So he took that from my inventory, ate it, said it was disgusting, but it fit the bill as something he had never eaten before. So with all that, he decided that I was worth his time, and I was worthy to call myself a friend to the gourmet king. And he introduced himself as Nozomi Suimitsu. So a bit more of a normal name than calling him gourmet king from here on out. So we kind of got to talking a little bit, and at that point a man in a suit showed up. He said he seemed to recognize Nozomi's voice, and he wanted something from him. I was really in the dark on what these details were, but Nozomi seemed to recognize the gentleman as well and seemed afraid of him. He actually got up and hid behind me and said I should call the fire department, as he was kind of fumbling with his words. And I asked him, do you mean the police? And he's like, yeah, that's a great idea. We should call the police. And so before we made a scene, the guy in the suit just kind of glared at us and walked away saying, I'll come back. I'm going to sort this out sometime. So I'm still totally in the dark on what all that was about. Nozomi didn't explain anything further, but was just glad the guy was gone. And said to celebrate us becoming friends, we should go get something to eat. Before then realizing his stomach was bothering him, and he had to get out of there sooner than later, so he made a quick exit. But we became friends. And by becoming friends, that unlocked a brand new social link for the Moon Arcana. So I established rank 1 in the Moon social link yesterday. And with Nozomi headed off for the day, I decided to also return to the dorm. As I got back there, we actually got to watch a scene between Yukari and Fuka. Fuka was in her room on her laptop, seemingly researching something, and Yukari had come in to help her unpack, and was kind of surprised that Fuka was already settled in. And Fuka said, oh yeah, I didn't have a lot to bring with me. I got it all done. I didn't want to bother anybody, basically. And so Yukari asked her, what are you researching? Looks like you're hard at work. And Fuka, who plans to be our navigator going forward, said that she wanted to research our different abilities and traits, personalities, just so she could coordinate things a little better. Which was encouraging to me. I kind of tried to do the same thing to understand the team. Yukari was just there to really reach out and try to make Fuka feel like part of the team. She wanted to get to know her, to be her friend, and just to be there for her so that she wasn't forced to join and do something she didn't want to do and feel isolated from the group that's already established. That also gave Yukari a bit of a chance to talk about what she sees in herself as her own potential shortcomings. When Fuka was talking about everybody's different abilities and roles, Yukari was kind of chiming right in and saying, oh yeah, Akihiko, he's so strong. And, oh, our leader, he's got a unique persona ability. And Junpei is Junpei. So she had great things to say, to some extent, about everybody. But then she looked back at herself and said, but I'm not really sure what I bring to the table. Everybody else can do so much, and I can't. And that was where Fuka was able to offer that external perspective. And from everything I've seen, you're skilled at healing and recovery and all of the support sides of things that are just as valid and important in battle, if not more so at times. So the two of them seemed to kind of be meeting each other in terms of supporting each other, and I could sense a friendship forming, which was very encouraging for the both of them. And soon enough, it was time for our meeting with the chairman, so we all gathered in the command room, and he had a case in front of him and said that whatever organization or group is helping out from behind the scenes, they had devised some new equipment for us. Some new battle gear, some new weapons, and some new armbands, I guess, technically a special ability called Theurgy that we're all able to access. He didn't have a lot of specifics on what Theurgy was, other than it was tied to our emotional state while fighting shadows. We asked him for more, and he said, oh, you're going to just have to test it out and figure it out for yourself. Which raised a little bit of doubt, but it seemed like such a thing the chairman would say. But having all these new toys to play with, basically, we decided we all wanted to head to Tartarus and try it out. On the one hand, it was exciting to try these things out and just see what they were capable of. But on the other hand, it was also important to kind of put them through their paces to see how they work, as well as to experience the new roles for everybody in the team. With Mitsuru coming off of navigation and joining us in combat, it was going to be nice to see what her skills were. And this also gave Fuka a chance to step into the navigator role and test the waters, basically. So we made our way to Tartarus during the dark hour. Mitsuru joined me in combat. Akihiko wanted to be there as well. And Yukari came along, saying that we need Junpei to be there to watch over Fuka as our ace in reserve to make sure nothing bad happened. And that kind of fueled his wanting to be a hero there, so he was glad to play that support role and help her out today. So the rest of us headed up into the tower to learn what we could about our new gear. And it looked really exciting and cool. And it's all uniquely made to each of us as well. It's not some shared uniform. It's all tailored specifically to our combat styles and needs. But we were able to overcome a variety of different shadow encounters. Mitsuru was really holding her own. Didn't seem she'd missed a step at all in combat. So that was exciting. And Fuka mentioned sensing some strange distortions in Tartarus. We weren't exactly sure what that meant, but we advanced up a floor, and it was different than anything we'd encountered before. The floor was dark, we could barely see anything, and once we ascended the stairs, we were all separated. So, yeah, very far cry from what we normally experience going upstairs in Tartarus. Fuka was thankfully able to still coordinate with each of us and talk to us and keep us in contact with each other. So we weren't totally isolated despite being physically separated. So we were trying to find each other, and at one point Fuka was able to sense a shadow approaching Yukari and warn her about that. So she was able to avoid that ambush, and I was nearby enough that I heard what was going on and was able to rush over. But in my own rushing, I was basically ambushed more or less. I tried to jump in and help out, only to take a critical hit, and then a strong follow-up attack. So I was, one attack away from falling myself. So much for helping out with Yukari there. But she actually saw that and felt bad that I jumped in again, just like I had on the rooftop the first time we encountered shadows on the roof of the dorm. And that was kind of what it took for her to reach that emotional state where she was able to use her Theurgy. She was able to knock the shadow down, heal us up with a party-wide healing skill, and then summon a Cyclone Wind ability that, despite the shadow being quite strong, it was able to totally destroy it in one attack. We hadn't seen anything like that before. It was quite the ability. So she was the first of the party to understand and be able to use Theurgy. And at that point, Akihiko and Mitsuru found us as well. I was back on my feet, still, kind of feeling like I should have my tail between my legs for not being helpful at all and being more of a burden. But we were all safely back together. We'd seen Theurgy in action, and having seen it, we have a little bit better understanding of how it works now. It seems like it's unique to each person, so we'll still have to kind of put it through its paces to see actual understanding, but we have seen it work now, so the proof of concept has been proven. We decided with Tartarus being odd, not behaving quite normally that night, it was better to regroup while we can, head back down, and take our knowledge as a as enough of progress for that night. So with that, we return back to the dorm to rest up and get ready for Sunday. That's normally where the day would end, but the game hadn't let me save in about half hour, so we did see the very beginning of Sunday, so I will touch on that before we get into the game today. All we saw was waking up early in the morning and receiving a phone call from Elizabeth. She wanted to call and very properly let me know that there was a change in Tartarus that she sensed, and a floor that was previously blocked is now open. So the next time we head to Tartarus, we might be able to actually advance again. From there, that was where I was able to save the game, so I stopped progressing any further, so we didn't see any more of Sunday than we already needed to. So once we get over there, we'll have had Elizabeth's call, but nothing else has happened yet. So I'm excited. The day is full of potential. I'll get us over there, and let's see what sort of fun we can have with it. Give me just a second. Okay. So here we are, in kind of an atypical format. Normally I start us off on the previous day, but that didn't quite work today. So this is the current day. This is Sunday, June 14th, just like it is in real life. We just received a call from Elizabeth about Tartarus being open. We did receive a couple texts from our friends, but I haven't read those yet because we weren't supposed to see Sunday until today. So now here we are. There was also the reminder that today being Sunday, there is an episode of Tanaka's Amazing Commodities, selling items. I wanted to check that out as well. So we're standing in front of the TV. Let's start with that. An irritatingly catchy song comes from the speakers.
It's Amazing Commodities!
Hello everyone, welcome to the home shopping show Tanaka's Amazing Commodities. I'm your host Tanaka, with a live presentation of my amazing commodities. We'll show you great products at unbeatable prices, so don't touch that dial because you won't want to miss these.
I'm going to do it!
Today we're introducing the Father's Day gift campaign. What better way to show your father how much you appreciate him than a heartfelt gift?
Good.
First up we have the brand watch. Your father won't be able to contain himself when he sees this. Oh my goodness, it's wonderful. But wait, there's more.
Not bad, kid.
We'll throw in this, Mega Protein. Guess how many? 2. All that for just 3,980 yen. This is a special, limited product available today only. You heard right, today only. Should I buy the brand watch set for 3,980 yen? Again, this is one of those things I don't feel like I specifically need, but that has proven not always to be the case. I remember buying a rose bouquet set a while ago that had some chocolate with it, I think, only to have one of Elizabeth's requests from the other day be, I'd like to receive a rose bouquet. So I already had that on hand at a cheaper price than it would have been to buy it elsewhere. So there is that part of me that thinks, yeah, maybe I will buy it. I don't know what I need a brand watch for, but maybe there'll be somewhere down the road where I'll be glad to have it. 3,980 yen isn't cheap. It's not overly expensive. I don't have a lot of money to my name, so I don't want to go spend crazy, but I think I can afford that, and it just gives me that puzzle piece in case I need it somewhere down the road. So why not? Let's buy it. I bought the brand watch set for 3,980 yen.
Thanks, kid.
Next time, we'll be introducing a dieting set. Don't miss it. That's it for today. We're all sold out. Sorry, folks.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you next Sunday, same time, same channel. The shopping program is over. All right. Really feels like Sunday doing that weekly task of seeing what's on Tanaka's Amazing Commodities. Another little call out I want to make. We got that new gear in Tartarus last night. We've got that proudly hanging up next to the door here, looking good. Our phone, that was the other thing. We had a variety of texts today. We've got Maya online. One of our Sunday staples is playing some online games. I always kind of like that, so we'll see if that's how the day ends up again this week. Tatsu, do you copy? Come in, your partner in crime is calling for you. I'll be waiting in the SNGW dungeon. An ad from Wakatsu. Are you eating well? Keeping a well-balanced diet nourishes your brain, which in turn can improve your studies. We prepare great food with all our hearts just for you. Remember, a healthy brain stems from healthy food. Wakatsu's got your back. And earlier in the morning, like I said, we received a message from Kenji and one from Miyamoto. I haven't checked them yet, so let's see them now. Hey, you free? Since we've got the day off, hit me up if you want to go somewhere. I'll be free till the afternoon. And Miyamoto, a little refresher. What are you up to today? If you're free, let's go somewhere. Let me know if you can make it before the afternoon. Alright, well, it wouldn't be bad to see either of them either. Let's see how everybody else spent their day. Eventually here. Alright. So yeah, very much social link focused again. Tomochika, Maya, the old couple, and Miyamoto. Of that list, I again lean towards Maya, just because Sundays are the only day I'm able to interact with her. Actually, speaking of it being Sunday, that reminds me that Maiko, her friend Stripey, said he shows up at the shrine on Sundays, so maybe we can make our way that way too and see if we can encounter Stripey again. Gives us a destination on part of our walk around. We'll also head downstairs and see who's down there and what they're up to. Let's head upstairs today. Maybe there's activity going on up here. Nope, I guess not. Don't really want to go poking around their floor too much, so I'll stay out of the way. We've got a couple days until we can harvest the potatoes on the roof. I think it's, about a week before we can fit anything in the fridge? Well, might as well check while we're here. It's still stuffed. Can't fit the lukewarm taiyaki. Oh, well, much less than a week. A couple days. All right. Again, I don't know what I need it for, but it should kind of become that thing that I want to be able to take advantage of now. And the TV, always nice to see. Seems like most Sunday mornings are Phoenix Ranger Featherman R, so we'll see if we can catch the preview of the next episode right now. All right. On the next episode of Phoenix Ranger Featherman R, Episode 17, The Priestess's Revival. It's bad times when the fiend returns. On to today's news. Always kind of seemed like that as a kid too, when you're watching like the morning shows and you've got this, really exciting kid-focused stuff, and then all of a sudden that ends and it goes to the boring adult stuff, like the news or something. It's like, oh, TV's done now, nothing on anymore. So this is Fuka here in our dorm, newest resident. Looks like she's settling right in with everybody else. How you doing, Fuka? I thought that we were supposed to stay in the dorm on our days off. Or rather, I used to think so. Yukari-chan mentioned earlier that she was going to visit the shrine. So we have more freedom here than I expected. It's a new experience for me. Well, that's exciting. I hope you enjoy it. Another direction pointing us to the shrine. Actually, that kind of also reminds me, I think it was last Sunday that Junpei and Yukari were at the shrine, and they introduced me to an elementary school student that was a friend of theirs. Ken Amada, I think they said his name was. Maybe we'll get to see him around again, too, if we keep our eyes open. Akihiko, how you doing? An enemy that only appears on full moon. Maybe I should reorganize my training regimen while I still have the time. A very positive, productive plan. And Mitsuru's actually got an exclamation mark above her, which suggests something special, obviously. Let's see what's up. What is it? Oh, an Elizabeth request. Come to think of it, Elizabeth asked me to get a specific item for her. You're looking for a triangular sword? That's true. I am looking for that. Is that supposed to be a riddle? I'm not sure what you mean. A triangular object used for dueling. By any chance, are you talking about a fencing... epee? Feel free to correct me, since I'm sure I didn't get that 100% right. It's not a triangular sword, no, but the cross-section does resemble a triangle. Let me retrieve mine for you. Let me retrieve mine. I just happen to have one on hand. All right. Our fencing epee there. Here you go. Do you plan on taking up fencing? If so, I can teach you a thing or two once I have some spare time. That would be interesting. That would be fun. Well, that's cool. Another destination for our travels this morning. We can head in and talk to Elizabeth.
In that case...
Mr. Koda's punishment? That's right, there were rumors going on around school about that. Nobody there was really sure, but we kind of figured it had something to do with the fact that he knew that Fuka was missing and not in the hospital, and chose to conceal that information. Mitsuru seemed quite insistent that there was going to be retribution for that concealment. So, Mr. Koda's punishment? Well, there are some things in life you don't want to know about. This is one of them. Understood. I won't pry further. Let's head out for now. We might end up making our way back to spend some time gaming. Our character likes gaming, but we'll stretch our legs. We'll enjoy the nice sunny-looking Sunday daytime. Let's start right off at the mall. We can catch up with Elizabeth, show her the sword we've got. Take a stroll through Game Parade along the way. Punchboxer, Real Wheel Racer, and Edgar's House of Fortunes. All fun-sounding options. We haven't been into the Kenneth Arnold music place in a while either. Let's take a walk in here before we make our way around. CD Shop Kenneth Arnold. I remember stopping in there with Kenji one afternoon and just enjoying that, so nice to poke our head in and look. We'll say hi to the pharmacist as well. Still pushing that Algero sorbet. Alright. Nice to see you. Just stopping in, saying hi, thanking you for being here, and hoping your day's going well.
You got everything you need?
I do. Thank you.
Come again, yeah?
Definitely will. Won't be a long visit for him. Just stop in and say hi. But Elizabeth, on to business.
Marvelous.
And we made another social link, so I can sense the power growing within you stems from the bonds you have forged and nurtured. Here, it may not be much, but this is my gift to you. Please accept it. 3 Twilight Fragments. Very
I'm
nice.
looking forward to it.
I still cannot foresee the limits of your potential. I look forward to witnessing you grow even further.
Are you accepting a request?
I'm actually here to report one. I needed to bring a triangular sword. I had till until 7/5. It's only 6/14, but better to get those things with a deadline done sooner than later.
Wonderful.
It seems you've completed a request. One moment, please, while I check. Bingo. That is indeed what I requested. A fencing epee.
If I may say so.
As I mentioned before, an epee was used to duel in ancient times. Fencers would wear white uniforms so that the blood from struck blows would be more visible.
I have a request.
And now, a special quiz just for you. Do you know why my clothes are blue? It does suit her. Blue is a good soothing color. There is a chance that there's no reason, but it seems like a lot of things she does with purpose. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's because it suits her. Oh, I will ask my master for the correct answer. Fair enough. Please, take this as your reward. Ah, some gallant sneakers. Bring me protein, not for pros.
Of course.
This time, I'd like you to bring me some protein. But not just any protein. I'd like one that even amateurs would be able to consume. Would you try looking for something like that? If such a thing even exists, of course.
By all means.
We can keep our eyes out. I have an idea of somebody that might be able to help us with that.
Very well, then.
I've got Naga. I do have a hermit persona with me, so that might push me towards spending time with Maya, like I'd been saying. So we'll stop in here and say hi to Igor. I don't know what our evening is looking like. I'd like to get to Tartarus again to continue where we left off, but we'll see how that goes.
Come to think of it.
Oh my, you appear to have gained a new power. I believe you called it Theurgy? Now that you become even stronger, you should be able to battle more efficiently and exquisitely with your multiple personas. As you acquire more personas to fill the compendium, you'll open your mind to new battle stratagems.
Very well, then.
For the time being, you do seem to wield your new power quite effectively. Interesting. So I've got the ability of the Jack Brothers. Deals medium almighty damage to all foes. High chance of inflicting down. Interesting. So the more personas I have, the more different theurgies I may have access to. Very nice.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
Well, nice to have that information. I was really just here to say hi and hope your Sunday is going well, but thank you again for the additional help. I didn't know I needed it, but I'm glad to have it. I will see you next time I do.
We look forward to your next visit.
Well, that was encouraging and exciting. Theurgy is a new ability we unlocked yesterday, so I don't have any experience using it with my character yet. All we saw was Yukari, but that was very cool. And it kind of fits my character as well to potentially have multiple Theurgies like that, since I can wield multiple personas. Speaking of, it kind of looked like I had a second one on that list there, so let's take a closer look. Cadenza restores 50% HP and raises accuracy and evasion for all allies. That sounds very helpful as well. So I've got a party-wide heal or an enemy party-wide attack. Very nice situational. And we'll see more of that as we actually get into Tartarus as well, so we'll kind of take it as it comes. Officer Kurosawa?
By the way,
I hope his day's going well. Hope you're doing well. Hope it's been a nice, peaceful one again. Looks like nice weather, so hopefully people are making it easy for you. I'm actually not sure how many weapons we're going to need to look at, considering we received some from the chairman the other day.
got some new things in stock.
He does have some new
Check it out
stuff.
if you've got the time.
A silver saber.
I have no idea what you're fighting out there. Just don't get in over your heads.
Kind of interesting to look through all those weapons and see that the weapons we were given the other day all look to be superior. Very kind of nice in my sense, though, since I don't need to spend money upgrading them. I'm probably not going to actually buy anything today, since Officer Kurosawa runs sales on Monday, but just kind of to get a feel for what's out there.
Take as long as you need.
Master's Garment and Amigo Poncho. 69 up to 93, that's a nice jump. This Pixel Vest is giving me plus 10 SP, which is also nice to have.
Feel free to buy whatever you want, but I suggest picking something that complements your physique.
Yeah, there's some good defense to be purchased from all these.
Well, take as long as you need.
Combat boots and mechanical ghetto here. Yeah, for the same reason, this was actually the very first category of item I purchased from Officer Kurosawa, because evasion seemed like a good form of preemptive
Sounds like
defense.
you've had it rough lately. Try to get some rest now.
I figure if we're not getting hit, we're not taking damage, we don't need the defense side of it. And our very first purchase, our evasion jumped significantly higher. It was like 18 up, or 8 up to 18 or something huge. Maybe even bigger than that. So the margins for improved evasion haven't been as large going forward, but it's still for the same reason of not getting hit at all. This is still something I try to prioritize a little bit. Again, not today though, we're just kind of browsing.
Take as long as you need.
Amulet of Perplexity, Amulet of Dismay, and Amulet of Terror. Situationally good, but nothing I'm really in the market for. Alright.
What'd you bring?
It's true, I do have some, I just thought about that. We can sell off the bits of Tartarus we were able to scrape together the other day.
Wanna sell in bulk?
3,000 yen, I will take that. That almost entirely covers the shopping we did this morning.
All right, I'll take that.
Happy to do it.
You finished?
That's all I've
Back
got.
soon.
So we've seen the sights around here. Oh, there is Nozomi Suemitsu. We met him the other day. He's the Moon Arcana. I almost ran right by him. I'm not used to looking for people at the mall on Sundays. Might not be bad to spend time with him, but we did just see him yesterday, and I don't have a Moon persona with me, so I'm rapidly talking myself out of that. The protein, that's where I was thinking about. Well, let's double back to the dorm real quick here. It's one of those things where I don't need to rush my way through these Elizabeth requests necessarily, but knowing who to talk to or having an idea who to talk to just seems like a good thing to do while it's fresh in my mind. Akihiko seems like he would know stuff about protein. Oh, hey Shima. Come to think of it, Elizabeth asked me to get a specific item. You want some protein? Gonna start bodybuilding, eh? Heh, I'm proud of you. I can give you something meant for beginners. Amateur protein.
Yeah.
Here, it's called Amateur Protein. It's specially formulated for people like you. Thank you very much. Sounds like that should perfectly fulfill Elizabeth's request. So let's head back to the mall again. Elizabeth, I am back again. Seen a lot of me today.
Good day. Here are my requests. Wonderful.
It seems you've completed a request. One moment, please, while I check. This must be the brand of protein specifically designed for amateur athletes. Amateur protein. How can it be for both amateurs and pros?
Is that true?
Ah, the word protein doesn't have anything to do with professionals. How very interesting. Thank you very much. I am sure this must be quite valuable, so you may have it back. Please take this as your reward. A spiked bat. Okay. So no other new requests.
Very well then.
Well, let's see who can use that bat, and I also acquired some shoes earlier now that I remember. Gallant shoes resist fear. They also provide a decent jump in evasion. Who's got the lowest? 35? Well, Fuka, but she shouldn't hopefully need to be evading anything. I don't want to prioritize taking the good items for myself. I don't want to be, that kind of leader, but from a slightly selfish gameplay side of things, if I were to fall in combat, that's it. That's a game over, so if I can stay alive, there's a chance we can come back from it. So I am going to take the gallant sneakers for now. The spiked bat, that was Junpei. I can't imagine it's going to be better than the C's greatsword, but well, I guess it depends on how you define better. It does more damage, it has a high chance of inflicting fear, but it's also less accurate. I don't like missing attacks in battle. That always kind of gets on my nerves, so that sacrifice to accuracy in my eyes isn't really worth it. I'd like the thought of using the spiked bat, but yeah, I'm going to stick with the C's greatsword. I guess it'd be different if I hadn't recently received that. That would have been a huge bonus to attack and probably comparable to the previous accuracy, but situation being what it is, I think we'll just keep it as a collectible for now. We obviously have to go down and say hi to the cat. I can even tell from here that Screenshot's too busy, so I won't even take us over there today. Every Sunday it seems like they've sold all their tickets, so I can't see what movie's showing anyway. I'm not looking to work a shift there. But Weak Cat, I will definitely say hi to you. Mew. Good to see you, Weak Cat. And the other cat, nice to see you. Delinquents, take it easy. Alright, probably about time to wrap up our stroll for the afternoon. I did want to stop by the shrine, that's true. Yeah, there's Yukari, Junpei, and Ken Amada we met last week. The jungle gym, the slide. I don't see Stripey around though, so this must not be a Sunday for him. But I need to say hi to the group here. Oh, hello Shima-san.
Hey.
I've been chatting with Amada-kun today, and boy, he really is mature, you know. He did have that vibe last week when we talked to him as well. He definitely acts a lot more adult than Junpei. Jeez, Yuka-tan, that's mean. How about you? You think I'm totally more the mature one. Totally the more mature one, right? I haven't interacted with Amada very much. He seemed very polite when we first met. I don't know if it's more condescending to Amada to say Amada's the mature one, or if it's... I don't want to have Junpei feel down. He gets enough of that from Yukari from time to time. But I don't want to insult Amada either and say, oh no, you're obviously the more mature one. But perhaps if he actually is more mature, he would realize that this might sort of be humoring Junpei. Maybe I'm agonizing over a choice that doesn't really technically matter that much. But yeah, we gotta keep Junpei's spirits high. So yeah, I agree. Booyah! You hear that, Yucatan? Guess I was right and you were wrong, ha! Junpei, you're not really proving my point there. and case in point. Well, nice to see them hanging out. Amada-kun, nice to see you again. We can stop here and enjoy a brief bit of respite. Sacred tree, blue sky, all's right in the world. A few deep breaths to clear our mind before we move on with our day. All right. Everybody nice and tranquil? All right, let's continue on then. And it might be kind of formulaic at this point to know that on my Sundays I do the online gaming side of things, but what can I say? It sounds like a lot of fun. I know our character's a gamer. I want to know more about Maya. So I'm going to do that today. We're going to head back to our computer and we're going to enjoy a nice day of gaming. Coming off of a busy week, we had the full moon last Monday. Just a nice day to enjoy our day off. Chat box is blinking. Looks like Maya wants to play Innocent Sin Online with me. Oh. Before we do that, I'm so used to just getting right into things that I've been trying to get better about checking in with our reminder of where we last left off. I kind of think last week we didn't actually advance the social link, we just spent some time together and enjoyed it. So it would have been the prior week that we actually made progress. And I believe that's where we discovered that the player behind Maya is a teacher in real life. She seemed okay with us knowing that and felt close enough to be able to share that with us and trust us with that knowledge. And we're already ranked 5, so we're getting up there pretty high now. But yes, Maya apparently is a teacher in real life. Despite this, she seems to lack a filter when talking online. Once again, she's vented to me about her problems. And it's kind of just been nice to be trusted with that. To have that balance between her being able to vent that to me, but also in a fun space where we can just ignore some of the real life side of things and enjoy the virtual, enjoy the world that we're in, and just take that break from the stuff we don't want to deal with. I did just save it, didn't I? But now that we're all caught up there, let's get into the gaming of the game today. Should I spend time until nighttime? Yeah, sounds like a lot of fun. I think I'll spend the day playing online. I'm in Shinagawa Dungeon. I see Maya. I went to the gym yesterday to work out. My muscles are sore, but I'm so buff. Very exciting, congratulations. There's nothing a little endorphins won't cure, right? Yeah. So much pain. Actually, I only went because I was so pissed at that bastard. I'm not going to tell her to calm down. This is her place to vent. We've talked about stuff before. I can let her share whatever she wants to share here. You what bastard? Maybe I'm kind of adding fuel to the fire by dredging it more to the surface, but I don't want to be that one that says, "Oh, you can share anything with me," but then tell her to calm down when she starts sharing stuff with me. So, what bastard? Sorry. I kind of have a dirty mouth today. Maya seems embarrassed. What I meant was, I was upset because of this guy. Remember that Mr. E guy? The SOB, right? I do. She was venting about that when it came to light that she was a teacher. I made a small error on some paperwork, and now he's all on my ass. You're supposed to be teaching correct grammar, he told me. STFU, old man. that kind of fun online space where you get to say those things you wish you could say in real life. The stuff that goes through your head that you would just love to be able to say, but social graces, proper behavior, hierarchies, everything about this, you can't actually do it. But the things you just really wish you could say. He thinks he's all that just because he's a classic lit teacher. Doesn't he know who I am? I'm Maya, you old bastard. If Mr. E starts playing this game too, I'm putting him on ignore. There you go. You can't talk to him either, Kay. Pwned. Maya is confiding in me. I feel like we're growing closer. Yeah, it's cool, like I said, just to be able to share those sorts of things with like-minded people that you know you can trust, that aren't going to go running to whoever this is. I mean, I don't even know who this is, so there's that additional level of anonymity and safety there, but being able to say those things that you want to say in a format, even if it's not the format that really does anything, you still feel good about just being able to, shout it into the void like this. But that is rank 6. Far and away the highest social link rank we've got. You can see that ring of stars really starting to fill in. Looking good. I'm happy with how we spent the day there. I really enjoyed that. Mr. E probably doesn't have a computer at his house anyway. He probably uses an abacus. Talk about classic. Rafflecopter. There was a part of me that's like, do I read that out loud? And it's like, yeah, I read that out loud. Phew. Much better. Maybe I'll go take a shower now. Don't worry, I won't let that old geezer get me down, Tatsuya. Yeah. Tell him, Maya. There she goes. Yeah, Maya's player signed off. I decided to log out as well. I hope we both enjoyed that. I really did have fun hearing her get to vent about that. And hopefully she had fun being able to say that. It's not one of those things after the fact. She's like, man, I wish I didn't say that. Hopefully it was just that nice fun space where it's like, yeah, I'm glad I got to say that. I wish I could have said it to Mr. E himself, but at least I said it to somebody. So, a nice fun afternoon of online gaming. I'm sure we did actual online game stuff there too. It wasn't just the chatting, so a totally full experience. Once again, I will be substituting for Kirijo-senpai as your navigator from now on. I look forward to it. Thank you, Fuka. Please let me know if you want to go to Tartarus. I'll do my best. Alright, so here we are in the evening. Guess all our messages were in the morning, nothing new tonight. How did people spend their night? I wonder if we can go to Tartarus tonight. I would think, given the message from Elizabeth that the blocked portion is unblocked, we could be able to. Sure looks like it. The majority of people chose to as well. Everyone's average levels climbed significantly. Total floors explored is massively jumped up. 56. That's what? 14 floors higher or something? A handful of people also did daily life things. Looking at those choices and coming off of yesterday and getting to spend a little bit of time in Tartarus, I'm also kind of inclined to look at headed there myself. Especially considering the fact that there's a sale with Officer Kurosawa tomorrow. So if I can make some money tonight, that will just fuel whatever I can purchase tomorrow. Let's also talk... Hey, Chairman Akutsuki's here. Nice to see you.
That reminds me.
Yamagishi-kun is surprisingly skilled with technology. And she's very kind, always considering others' feelings. Her name suits her perfectly. Fu means wind, and ka means flower. Like a flower gently blowing in the... Ahem, getting off track there. Akihiko, how you doing?
Let me think.
I'm sure you're already feeling it, but the enemies are steadily growing more powerful. Yes, I've noticed that. Don't be satisfied with how you are now. Work on improving your strength. If you wait until after a tough battle, it'll be too late. Sage advice. How did I miss Yukari and Junpei over there? The news is on right now. Enough of that. Yukari.
By the way,
I guess all that talk about Fuka being sick wasn't true. At first, people were saying that she was absent because she was being bullied. But then they started saying she was really sick.
Yeah.
Strange, huh? She seems pretty healthy to me. She does, yeah. Junpei, what are you eating tonight? That looks good.
So,
Dude, I almost got in trouble with the police today. I was damn lucky it was just a false alarm. Well, that sounds like a story I'd like to hear more about. I'm sure he doesn't want to talk about it. Well, I mean, that's how I'm taking it as well, but there's that curiosity side of me that does wonder. Let's stop in here, get cleaned up. Probably think about the potatoes we had planted. I can feel my mind starting to wander as I wash my hands. Yep. Okay, so it looks like it's going to actually be the same day that we can harvest the potatoes and use the refrigerator. Kind of a weird sentence. But that seems to be the case. Yeah, let's go to Tartarus tonight. But before I do, let's just poke our head out the door and see if there's anything that draws a specific attention. I've made all the normal stops, so I say that. And then we've got an exclamation mark over here at the Polonia Mall. I'm actually not sure what I missed over here. Nothing stands out. Let's do a little bit more digging then. Is there something in Club Escapade here? It is. There's somebody over there. And the fortune tellers should have a new fortune for us as well. I'm glad we came here. As I learned shortly after receiving a fortune the last time, it's come to my attention that I can't request a special fortune multiple times, which was kind of my mistake. In past playthroughs of the game, it was so often that I would really just tunnel into Tartarus and climb as high as I could as soon as it was available for the first time. So the way that always worked, I would go once per time available. So I always had a fortune available to me. So that's why in my head it was like I should always be able to have a fortune with me, but you can't do that. So roundabout way of saying I'm not going to take a fortune today because I'd like to come back when we can make faster progress once we've leveled up some to try to see as many rare shadows as possible. But we will talk to the fortune teller to have our fortune told, which is different than asking for a fortune, I suppose. Oh, it appears there's been a change within you. Well, allow me to provide you with a new fortune befitting the unusual light that you now hold within. Okay, I can also select the soul fortune. Now tell me, what will it be? I'm going to ask about my future, because that's just a daily future that she could tell. Whereas asking for a fortune, that's what I'm going to hold off on until I have a bit more levels for this block of Tartarus. Then let us begin. It seems you have made another friend. A late-night affair unseen by all. A bond made in the darkness, where the shadows lurk. The result of this bond is too distant to be seen. The only way to know how it will end is to see for yourself. Let us hope that you find fortune in your destiny. We talked about it last time, but she's really skilled at giving that just vague enough bit of fortune that you can see a lot of potential application to it, which makes it easier to see it coming true. But we also do know that she does have some level of genuine ability, since when she predicts the occurrences of rare shadows and things, that does happen. So happy to have that. Nobody to see up here today. But there's the gentleman back here, the luxury shopkeeper. Oh, I see. Wanting to look fashionable. Fashionable.
You need something.
By the way, I just got a designer pair of glasses in stock. Not only are they hip, they even work with a more feminine style. Well, if you can spare 150,000 yen, that is. Although, if you bring me black quartz, I may be able to adjust the price. It's an extremely rare collector's item, you see. Anyway, it's up to you how much you're willing to give up for these glasses. Black quartz. I wonder if it's some kind of gemstone. Come to think of it, the shadows in Tartarus drop gems sometimes. Elizabeth might know something about it.
We got some fine goods here.
Even if I wanted to buy the glasses for 150,000 yen, I can't. But I'm going to talk to Elizabeth first on that. And he still has all of the quite expensive items here that we can't afford. But we will talk to Elizabeth. For I don't even know how many times it's been already today.
Is that true?
Oh, is something the matter? Ah, I see. So there are people in your world who seek these materials. This black quartz you seek can be found in the second block of Tartarus, Arca. I've heard the lustful snakes that appear in the latter half of the block are quite fond of collecting them. A material that captivates both shadows and humans. How remarkably peculiar. That's good to know.
Very well then.
We'll hold off on that until we're through Tartarus a little bit further. Hopefully we can find one of those. Like I said, I couldn't buy them today for 150,000 yen even if I wanted to, so... Not really a choice there. But let's meet up with the team and head off to Tartarus during the dark hour tonight. We've got our new gear, we've got our new theurgy. A lot of new stuff to try out. I guess I should also double check everyone's status. Everyone can go. Okay, good. Let's go to Tartarus.
Yes.
All right. Then let's meet in the usual place. Nice that she's already calling it the usual place. I'll let the others know. See you there. The card in my hand is reacting. Multiple major arcana have been added to shuffle time. Empress. The endurance, agility, and luck of personas in your possession will increase by 2. And the Emperor. The strength and magic of personas in your possession will increase by 2. Yep, we found both of those cards after the fights against the Emperor and Empress shadows on Monday. So we'll see those around in shuffle time now. We need a party. Let's take a look now because we actually have more members in our group than we can have in a party. So that kind of adds a new wrinkle to the strategy between taking whoever with us and keeping everybody's levels kind of in balance. I wanted to keep Mitsuru coming with us, but level-wise, it kind of feels like it makes more sense to bring Junpei and Akihiko since they're both level 19, just to keep us all leveling up in somewhat proximity with each other. I don't want anybody to get too far out of balance with everybody else in case their specific abilities are advantageous to have and have them not be capable of utilizing them. And Yukari, obviously, I want to take with us because she's only level 18. But yeah, I think a party of the 4 of us. Yeah, Mitsuru can keep tabs on Fuka. Maybe she can give her some advice from her own experience as a navigator to help her out since we're still pretty early on in the navigation process for Fuka. And we could always come back down here to swap out party members at any point during the dark hour as well. So this isn't a hard, this party is the only party I can have tonight. But it's the party I'm going to start off with. Junpei, nice swing. God, I'm so hungry. Okay, he's still talking about tartar sauce and wishing there was food here. You know you're going to need my help. We good to go? Yeah, let's go together. All right, let's do this. And Akihiko, I'm going to need you as well. Shadows spawn without limits here. In terms of sheer numbers, they've got the upper hand. To offset our disadvantage, we have to strategize. Exploiting weaknesses is an example. But the first strike is critical too. Don't let them see you coming. That is definitely a priority of mine. Okay, here we go. Yeah, let's go together. That's what I like to hear. Alright, full party. Learning about everybody's theurgies. Here we go. Committing to our choices, save the game. Alright.
Thanks to Yamagishi, I can explore with you too. But I'd still like to stick to the 4-person strategy.
I guess I kind of jumped the gun on that one. So we already talked about that a little bit, but that is true.
Just so we have backup, or anyone who could come to our aid in the event of an emergency.
Good thinking, Mitsuru.
And don't forget what happened during the last full moon. We can't leave Yamagishi alone.
Also a fair point.
I'll leave it up to you to decide on the party members. I know you can handle it.
Thank you, I will do my best.
I'll do everything I can to help. Let's give it our best.
I'm counting on you too, Fuka. Alright, so yeah, we can talk to them or I can use the menu. But we were all the way up to floor 42 last time, so we're really getting up there already. Let's keep going. Leader, do you have a moment? I'd like to share something I found out about using Theurgy. Theurgy can't be used just any time. The user has to reach an emotional peak first. In other words, Theurgy can only be used after enough power has built up. Also, how someone builds up this power is different depending on the person. For Kirijo-senpai, it's when she inflicts status ailments on an enemy, but for Yukari-chan, it's when she heals someone. Try out different things to see what works for different teammates. Theurgy is very powerful. We'll definitely want to use it as much as we can. Your Theurgy gauge will increase throughout battle, whenever you attack or summon a persona. How much the Theurgy gauge increases will vary from ally to ally. Acting according to a party member's personality will cause their Theurgy gauge to increase significantly. Fuka also has a Theurgy gauge. Once it's maxed, you'll be able to activate her Theurgy during a party member's turn. However, a combatant's gauge will stop increasing when they are inflicted with a status ailment, and the ally's gauge will drop by half whenever they get KO'd.
Time to start exploring. Let's move.
Let's do it. Yeah, we're all looking good in our new gear. Nice. This is a dark hour, so let's make the most of it. As I've said, when I come to
Are
these...
you watching your health and stamina? Remember not to push yourself too hard.
I want to try to limit it as close to around about an hour. Not a specifically enforced hard time limit, but just generally close. This area ends here. Now there's a dead end. But you should be able to get past it. Could you check? Here it is. Please watch out. I like how the different barrier floors, how those barriers dissipate and how the new stairs form. Yeah, they're all so unique and different, and this one just as much so. Looks like the shaking has subsided. Is everyone all right? The path towards the staircase has opened up. Now you can advance further now. You can advance further now. We don't know what's waiting ahead, so please be careful going forward.
Okay.
All right, let's go. I wonder what the next area is going to be like.
Thank you.
I remember how helpless I felt being here alone.
Oh, there's a treasure chest.
Hey, doesn't that chest look kind of different from the others?
It does.
Now that our team has grown, maybe it's time for me to take it easy. Just kidding.
Unfortunately, the more we advance, the stronger the enemies get. We can't let our guard down.
I've said before too, I kind of like how there's dialogue between party members that makes them feel more like people with me rather than just accessories to my combat. But we've got a locked treasure chest here that takes Twilight Fragments right off the bat, so I'm glad we found a few more since the last time we were here. 2 of them, it's not a huge number, but using 2 right away is going to just diminish our total, but I'm not going to pass it up. A fast heal ability. Not anything I'm especially looking for right now, but it's one of those things that's nice to have for some utility potentially going forward. Here's a shadow. Let's do our best to try to ambush it. You'd think it would see me here, but I'm just enough out of range, thankfully.
We got ourselves a shadow.
And for anybody wondering, yes, I keep everybody on free will unless I really specifically need to step in and take control of them, just to make them feel, again, more like individual people. Mitsuru, we know, has ice abilities, but she's not in the party right now, so I guess I might as well attack the weaker one. If it doesn't knock it down, it should at least hopefully finish it off and be one less thing to attack us. It was weak. I did kind of wonder about that. From just a game standpoint, it kind of feels like it would be that thing, like, you just picked up, Mitsuru, an ice user. There have been plenty of times where I've tried to read that same level of logic, and it's the exact opposite is applied, though, so for every time you get it right, it's nice to have one of those. Ooh, Major Arcana right off the bat. Not a bad one. And if I can fill all 5 of the slots now, that'll be the Arcana Burst, so I'm not going to pass it up. I mean, yeah, that is the endurance, agility, and luck of all the personas with me. So, that's a nice little buff.
Good teamwork, everyone. Now on
That's
to the next.
the first battle of the night successfully navigated.
Look at it. All right, let's do this.
Bronze dice.
I'll go with.
Do I know anything about bronze dice? I don't think I do. No, okay.
It'll take a little more time.
Let's hit it with ice and see. Nope, not that one. Ah, electricity.
I've been waiting for this. Let's get in there.
Here we go. Let's do it.
Don't pull any punches.
We're looking good in our gear. Nice. I don't have any open slots for Persona right now. Actually, saying that, I'm kind of kicking myself for not fusing something while I was back downstairs. Next two-way teleporter, we're headed back down to do that. But money is the way to go to get ready for some shopping tomorrow, hopefully. 2,300 yen.
Just like we planned.
It's like half a night working at Chagall Cafe. Maybe a little more than that, technically. And there are the stairs.
Oh, can we go up those stairs?
Making progress.
Let's get a move on, party people.
Big face on the wall again. And a fork in there. Ooh, a chest. A shadow lurking behind it.
Ooh, I spy some treasure.
Hit him hard and fast.
I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time.
I probably should have brought Mitsuru with us. I'll try to keep an eye on my SP. I mean, I've got it to use it, though, so I don't want to just sit on it and not use it. We're here for an hour, so I'll use it within reason. You can't take it with you at the end of the day. It'll recover by the next time we're here, so... In best case scenario, we can get as close to 0 without hitting 0 as possible. Money.
Good teamwork, everyone. Now on to the next.
What do we have here? A couple onyx. Not the gemstone we're looking for, but nice to have. We do find a lot of those. That's actually something I will want to keep tabs on in my inventory. I don't want to cap out any of those. I'm sure that's quite a ways off consideration, but never fun to try to acquire an item only to not have space for it.
That's a one-way teleporter, but there's no need to head back yet.
I'd much rather take a two-way teleporter. Here we have a very special-looking blue bit of Tartarus here. Anytime we see these within reason, I really want to try to get these because they have Twilight Fragments. An invaluable resource you could never have enough of. Almost ran right into that one.
A shadow!
Let's start preparing the analysis.
Haughty Maya.
Let's see.
I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time.
It uses light attacks.
to do?
So it's probably not weak to light. I guess we'll keep going with Bufu. I'll get that ice knowledge for us, and once Mitsuru joins us, she'll also have that knowledge then. Kind of one of the fun things about coming into new floors as well. The party just tries to figure out what the enemy weaknesses are. They're usually pretty good too about trying things and learning from what does and doesn't work. Nice work, Junpei. No all-out attack there, but still a nice wipeout. And we still got a shuffle time, so an even better bonus. Don't really see any of these that I especially need. So Junpei's been using a couple attacks that have cost him his HP, so we'll just top him off here. Free healing. Best price for it.
That was a good workout.
Another floor.
Stairs.
A very short one. Won't argue with that progress, though. Ooh,
Great!
that's a rare shadow. They run away, both before battle and during, so beating one is kind of luck-based to some extent. I'll try to do as much to skew it in my favor. Ooh. There's a different kind of rare shadow that's a stronger shadow. I like to sneak attack as many as I can, but especially the stronger ones.
We got the upper hand.
Bestial Wheel.
Be careful!
Strike attacks that are boosted strike attacks and could potentially be critical attacks. Don't use Naga. Okay, I do have a persona that is resistant to strike attacks. Why not? I'll use a piercing attack. We don't get a lot of those used very often. Alright, that wasn't the right choice, but we know that now. I thought about using Zio, but... Ooh, okay, so... As long as it stays shocked, then I believe the next physical attack should be a critical hit. Well, that's a knockdown either way, so we'll take that. I think that will undo its shocked status. But we know now what to attack it with. Wow, that's a lot of HP. Or maybe it's just more likely to take a critical hit. Yeah, that must have been it. Ooh, there's a hit. Nice work, Yukari. I'll try to switch over to a persona that's got Garu as well to help out on my turn as well. Jack-o'-lantern. You're probably the best choice. Oh, or Naga, but Naga takes additional strike damage, so we're not going to go that route. So, Jack-o'-lantern it is.
Yes! This is your chance!
Let's do it.
Close, but not quite enough.
Go, Polyjuice!
Ouch.
Nice reflexes, you Buttercup!
Well, that was a fight. That's going to require some healing for a few of us after the fact. That party-wide heal from the cups would be nice, but doing more all-out attack damage for the rest of Tartarus, I am 100% taking that. I can heal us with some life fragments or whatever they were. Leveled up Jack-o'-lantern. Learned Rage Boost. Oh, and an item. Jectite. Interesting. Very nice.
Yeah! Who's up next?
Up next is some life stones. That's what they were.
I'd been tossed in here uninformed and unarmed, I would have found myself in trouble too.
Thank you again for saving me back then. I'm glad I didn't give up.
Yeah, seeing the shadows around here, can you imagine just being thrown in here alone? Hard to even understand, to comprehend. Oh, we gotta go both ways. Why can't I be two places at once? I'm going to top off our health now so that Yukari can focus on trying to attack the shadow before it runs away, ideally. Maybe that's cart before the horse here. I mean, I'm not even sure I'll be able to encounter it without it running off and disappearing, but I'll try to take all the steps I can to stack the deck in my favor.
Hey, let's get the jump on that shadow.
All right. Multiple enemies.
It'd be great if we can defeat it. I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time.
I want to knock the Raven down just to minimize incoming damage. Who had I been using for that? It was Principality, okay. And this is also that fact-finding phase of encountering a new shadow. In a perfect world, I'll be able to get some information about this hand. Even if it runs away, next time we'll just know what it is and isn't weak to. So far, it hasn't been weak to anything. Okay, if anybody's hit by fire, I'm glad it's Junpei. Not that I want Junpei to be hit by fire, but he's the one best equipped to take it.
A strong one. Be on your guard.
Physical attacks, dark or light, haven't been tried yet. I do have a light attack here. Let's give it a go. Ooh, but that is my Theurgy ready to use. Nice dodge from Junpei. Ah, there it goes.
Enemy escape! There's only one left!
Well, can't win them all, but like I said, we got that information next time, so we know slightly more about what it is and isn't affected by. Is it the outcome I wanted? No. No, not really. But we didn't come away totally empty-handed. And we got a Major Arcana, so I'm not going to argue there. That's the Strength and Magic by 2, so all of our Persona stats have increased by 2 while we're here. That was nice. And we're 2 Persona away then from that Arcana burst.
Nice gun, Junpei.
It's one of those chests.
A box full of yen. I'll take that. Yeah, my Theurgy is full, so I'm going to try to save that for a more opportune time.
There's a chest.
Allies, not always so good about that. They will decide to use it when they want to use it, and that's their choice and their right. Is it the most strategically viable thing to do? No, probably not, but they are their own person. If I can line that up with an important fight, that's the best way to go.
We have the chance to hit first.
I know that these are weak to electricity, so I'm going to just use a physical attack for that knowledge, and we'll let Akihiko be the one to ideally Mazio them. I guess he might try a strike attack as well. Okay. I figured that since he knew their definite weakness, that was probably his priority, but I've thought that before plenty of times and been wrong. So. We're looking good at this point, though. We'll do more all-out attack damage thanks to that Major Arcana. And there they go. We'll take the cash.
This is over.
On to the next bout.
Nailed it. Nice gun, Junpei.
Found the stairs.
Sure did. Another floor done. Okay, a guardian floor.
Powerful enemy spotted! Please be careful!
I'm glad I've got that theurgy gauge full. You'll be going up against another gatekeeper. It won't be an easy fight. You can do this, though. I'll do my best to support you from here. With my full analysis, I'll be able to give you a complete breakdown of enemy weaknesses on the spot. And remember that I can use theurgy as well. Hopefully it'll come in handy. Well, that's it. Stay safe and good luck, team. I'm here if you need me. Nice pep talk from Fuka. Once Fuka's theurgy gauge is maxed, activate her theurgy oracle during the party's turn. Using Oracle will benefit the party in battle with effects such as HP recovery, SP recovery, and stat buffs. Oracle can be activated during any party member's turn. Try to use it when the time is right. First things first, we're going to head back down. We can come back here since this is a two-way teleporter. I want to fuse a couple of these Persona into something new, just to open the space up in case I find something else I need while we're in there. Saving the game's also nice too. Updating the compendium, all sorts of progress saving metrics here.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
Nice to be here again.
Registering, I see. Is overwriting acceptable? I've completed registration.
Just kind of going to do a quick side-by-side and make sure that the persona I'm registering is actually better than the one that's already
Is
registered.
overwriting acceptable?
In most cases it should be, except probably for Nigimi Tama. Possibly, no, Inugami as well. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, what's the difference? But they all gain stats from the Emperor and Empress cards. Some of them gain experience, like Jack-o'-lantern here.
All registered. Will you register? All registered.
Yeah, we made a better version of that one.
Is overwriting all registered? Will you register it to all registered?
All right. Now let's look into some fusion.
Well,
I can make up to level 19.
shall we take a look?
Oh, we could make a moon persona here. All the way up to Huapo there. We don't have a devil social link yet. We don't have a star social link.
Personas come to
We
be
do have
is
death.
a great joy of mine.
Well, let's just work our way up.
Is this acceptable?
It knows growth 1 by default. That's kind of nice. It's going to get a little bit of experience from our brand new social link the other day. I've got a reason to want to have a moon persona with me at some point going forward for that benefit, so let's do that. It also has a dark attack. I don't think I've had anything that's got a dark skill yet.
What do you wish to inherit?
I can pick 3 of these. Garu's nice. A little bit of elemental coverage. Regenerate, some free healing. Yeah. Evading slash, sure. And I'm gonna...
It seems you have been.
I forgot to read about the Persona's abilities, so we'll check on that next menu we see it in. Or not abilities, but its backstory. But let's fuse Gurulu here.
So it begins.
Again, yeah, nice to have new Persona joining us. And it opens up the ability to take more back from the tower that I find as well. And the way our theurgy works too, maybe I'll make a Persona that leads to a new theurgy ability. Who knows? I am Gurulu. With my beak and claws, I'll tear all your enemies asunder. Alright. So yes, I can keep going here all the way up to, like I say, Huapo. I guess, well, we'll just keep
Is this
climbing the ladder.
acceptable?
Another dark persona. Interesting that we're coming into a few of those. It's the Death Arcana, so we'll get a little bit more progress, and I will remember to check its background this time. A type of preta, or hungry ghost, in Hindu lore that eats human corpses. It enters a human through the mouth and causes harm. Those who see one are said to die within 9 months. All right.
Please choose what skills to inherit.
A lot of different skills here. Mazio's a party-wide electric attack. That's nice. Bufu for ice coverage. Part of me that thinks about regular Zio as well, just as a single-target electrical attack, in case I don't need to use Mazio on the party, or the enemy party. The persona we're making has an interesting blend of resistances and weaknesses. It's resistant to striking, electrical, and totally resistant to dark, but it's weak to piercing, fire, and light. High risk, high reward. Yeah, why not?
It seems you have been blessed with some. Well,
I don't want to spend too much time staring at it there. And the more of these I make, the more I will probably be reacquiring at some point just for our social link benefits. But I need to make them, so make them I shall. Everyone is an ingredient in something else going forward as well. Ooh, quite the character. I am Hisaka. I suppose it would be more interesting to follow you rather than devouring you whole. Thank you. I hope so too. So it leveled up. I guess I'd be using Jack-o'-lantern to make Mokoi here, but then I'd be making a new magician in Huapo, so kind of a push there. Yeah, why not? We're gonna want to do it at some point. Wow, this one's very focused on the endurance, agility, and luck side of things, not so much magic or strength. And Mokoi, evil spirits of Mernginlor, believed to be reborn shadows. They kidnap and eat children and strike down any sorcerer who uses black magic. Can inherit a lot of abilities.
What do you wish to inherit?
There's a lot of abilities to potentially inherit. Aragi's enemy party-wide fire, single target wind, single target electrical. I suppose a permanent critical hit boost isn't a bad thing for any time I'm doing a physical attack. Of all the persona to be doing that with, though, I mean, this really probably isn't the one, but it could be passed on to something else in the future, then. And like I said, we've got no devil social links. We're not getting any bonus for this, but...
It seems no new powers have been bestowed upon you.
I'll still take it.
Why, this is exciting, isn't it?
This is probably the most time we've spent in the Velvet Room in quite some time. Always just nice to see new persona. Hey there, I'm Mokoi. I'm the spirit of your shadow. So that means I'm always going to be with you. Alright, very cool. And we've got one way to make Huapo now, using our Justice and our Hermit.
This would be a wise choice.
Alright, not much strength, but great numbers across the board and everything else. It's going to gain some decent experience from our level 3. And Huapo, a spirit of Chinese folklore who dwells in trees, once used for hangings. She is smaller than a human and cannot speak, but her voice is said to be as clear and beautiful as a bird's song. If she cannot speak, how do people know what her voice is like? Well, either way, a good addition to the party. Totally resistant to fire and dark, and weak to ice.
Please choose what skills to inherit.
It's great with magic, so we want to kind of focus on that. Ooh, Growth 1. That's another ability I've said I kind of want to spread throughout as many as I can get, and ideally it's higher iterations as well. Even if it's not the active persona, having this ability gains 25% experience from completed battles. So, free experience there. I want Garu for wind coverage, Koha for a light attack, and Rekram, or Rekarm there, a revival ability. Just in the off chance we need that. I'd rather use that than some expensive items.
It appears it will receive a fair amount of extra power.
It's finally time.
So I've really consolidated the persona we have on hand. Like I say, that just opens us up to find some free ones now, hopefully. And I can always resummon them from the compendium at the cost of yen. Not that I'm swimming in yen, so if I can avoid that, I'd kind of like to do so. I'm Wapo. Play nice, okay? No bullying now. I know its background said that it doesn't speak, but maybe I was able to hear that in my mind. Alright, it's got so many abilities that we've got to forget some now. Being resistant to freeze is a very niche use ability, but in the right times it is nice to have. I've got a few other persona I think that might be able to use this, and I think, was it Junpei that's got this ability right now? I'm sure as this playthrough goes forward too, I'm going to make these choices of which abilities to forget, and there's going to be a lot of you probably, shaking your head or yelling at your screen. It's like, no, of all the things you chose to forget, why did you forget that one? So, sorry in advance for those weird choices I'm going to make, but I'm going to forget Rakunda here and take Resist Freeze. Alright, that's everything I can make at my current level.
Very well.
So let's head back
We
up.
look forward to your next visit.
A little bit of time left in the Dark Hour. Here we're on that Guardian floor. Feeling good with the persona we have now. Maybe I felt a little better with a full contingent of them earlier, but these are all a little bit stronger than the predecessors, so. And after all that, I am definitely saving the game. There was something else, yes. I wanted to check on Guru here and see its background. A demon that takes the shape of a giant bird in Sri Lankan myth. It is thought to be a derivation of Garuda. There we go. Which of these four do I want to be the currently equipped persona? Ideally somebody fast, probably, just to give me... Yep, Wapo it is. Alright, let's head up. Back to floor 47. Looking at our HP, it looks like we're okay. I've got my Theurgy gauge ready to use. I wouldn't have to start the fight with that, but there's also that other side to me that thinks if I do, you can't keep gaining more Theurgy gauge if the gauge is already full. So I kind of feel like to some extent I'm leaving stuff on the table by not spending a gauge when it's full, but I also don't want to waste it inopportunely. The game of choices. The enemy is strong. Please make sure you're ready before fighting. Let's go.
Hell yeah!
Looks tougher than I thought, but ain't nothing stopping me. Here we go.
3 enemies! Be careful!
Oh, and Fuka's also got her ability ready. Why not? For the same reason that I wanted to use mine so that I can keep earning it, let's use Fuka's as well. It says it could do a variety of different things, so... Well... A couple of its abilities were actually healing and recovery, so maybe I actually won't do that. I will use mine at this point, though. I've got Jack Brothers, high chance of inflicting down with my almighty damage on everybody. I can thin the party lines before the fight even really gets going. That seems like a good way to start. So let's try it. Get to see a brand new Theurgy as well. Jack Frost and Jack-o'-lantern here. Nice.
Excellent, leader.
This is your chance for an all-out attack.
I will 100% take that. Massive damage and entire enemy party down for a free all-out attack at the very start of battle. I don't want to get overconfident because I've encountered that problem before, but... Alright. Well. I wonder, do I heal Akihiko's status effect?
It's a strong one. Be on your guard. Electricity's useless here. Keep that in mind.
Again, I don't want to jump to conclusions either, but it's looking like it's been either resistant or reflecting elemental damage, so maybe physical attacks are the better way to go here.
I'll go with.
I am going to cure his status effect. If somehow we can get an all-out attack, I want him in as part of it. Yeah, he targeted a weakness there, that's nice.
You struck a weakness. Sonatus
That other enemy is kind of going to draw the other NPC or party members' attention. Nice hit. Okay.
Great dodge, Jupiter.
Couldn't quite remember what persona I had.
Let's see.
What is Wapo's status? Okay, it's resistant to dark, but it's not weak to dark or light. Just in case one of those attacks comes after us.
Not that.
I'm going to try a slashing attack. Nope, it hit, so it didn't get reflected back at us. That was fine. Actually, it used a light attack, didn't it? Ouch.
Should I stand on this enemy?
Oh, I probably could have made good use of Fuka's abilities there as well. Kind of a little beyond that. A little bit. Alright, we're not going to use Garulu there because it's weak to light. Actually, so is... Well, I was thinking about using a dark attack, but I don't want to leave myself open to reprisal from light, so... we won't do that.
Never mind.
No, let's just keep going. We're pretty close. I'm sure the party will come together and just do that.
Just about what I
Was overthinking it.
Detected.
So there we go. That's a Guardian defeated. Nice big bunch of experience there. Oh, very nice. I can hold additional persona.
Yes.
Hey, nice work out there, Shima-kun. You're seriously leader material. Again, this feels like an entire party-wide thing. I don't know why they're focusing specifically on me on this. I'm happy to have the praise, but it should go in all directions rather than just towards me. This sounds overconfident. This sounds overly dismissive. I don't know, maybe this is a lighthearted response? Do you want to give it a try? I mean, I don't have any issue if somebody else wants to step into that role. Why not?
Huh?
Who, me? Yeah, no thanks. I'd been way over my head. Unlike you, I just drop the ball when push comes to shove. I lose my cool way too easily. Anyway, we should get going. After you, leader. Feels a little cruel to Junpei here, who we do know does seem to have leadership aspirations, and kind of seems a little slighted that I was the one chosen. Maybe he's moved beyond that a bit after the train incident a couple months back. But either way, nice to be trusted by the party.
I'm picking up some signals of stronger shadows. I'll let you know when I pinpoint their location.
That's what we like to hear, Fuka. Give us all the deeds, girl.
Looking at our health there, let's just look a little better there.
That chest looks like it's worth opening.
Chewing souls and a Twilight Shard lock or Twilight Fragment lock chest. Boxing shoes. I wonder who they would be best for.
Not bad.
Yeah, I've got to give it to Sonata.
I appreciate it.
There's no substitute for training, but I'll take solid gear where we can find it too. What did that do for him? Agility +2 and ice evasion. Even says perfect for Sonata. A nice jump up to 45 evasion. And finding stuff like this in the tower is just one less thing I'm going to need to purchase when we do some shopping. Nope. There's that part of me that just realized I'm thinking about. It's like, do I go back down and save the game, or do I just keep pressing ahead? I'd rather take a second now to go save the game than to run into some weird problem that sets me back further than I want to be set back. A minute now is a lot better than 10 minutes of reclimbing. There we go. We've got a little bit of time left, so I will go a little bit further. I don't want to go too far from an hour, but at the same time, I don't want to undershoot things too much and miss out on what could be. And there are no hard rules. This isn't like some sort of competitive playthrough either. So if I go an hour 15, hour 20, it is what it is. I spent some time in the Velvet Room, and we know time works differently there, so I can just hand wave it away with that if it comes to that.
Hey, there's a treasure chest.
There is, and there's also a threatening shadow.
Fuka's great, but I also miss Kirijo-senpai navigating. It kind of felt like getting stepped on.
Okay. I don't have a lot to say to that, Junpei. Oof, I don't think I got a good sneak attack on that one. The game thinks otherwise, though.
Chance to strike first. Go for it.
I'll go with.
Kind of the same strategy we've fallen into. I'm going to look at using ice attacks because I can, and because Mitsuru's not with us right now. We froze it. That's nice. Free critical hit.
We cannot pass this up. Put you down.
There it goes. And yeah, I will definitely take... I was going to say, we don't need that. We've already got it with us, but I fused that away, so... To get a free reacquisition of a Chariot Persona. Slightly inferior to the one that we have registered, I would believe, but... A free fusion ingredient, and something that will be a valuable stand-in for that archetype when we use it in a social link in interaction. That's where I was going with that. So next time I'm with the track team, if that's the only version of Zosho 10 that I've got with me, I've got that one, and it will cover just as well as any other one would. And I don't need to spend money getting it out of the compendium. That one's moving around a little differently.
Okay.
I'll be able to scan the enemy soon.
This persona I've got equipped is a little slower than the last one.
That's taken down.
I think those other enemies are weak to ice, so it'd be kind of nice if I could get my attack in sooner than later.
We can do it. Enemy defeated.
I'm the slowest one here now.
Wind isn't good on this one. We'll have to try something else. That's an enemy down.
It's going to take a few more steps between battle, but I do think that after this battle, I'm going to try to get in a better habit of having a faster persona equipped as I start battle, just to give me that leg up, being ready for the fight. Yeah, a free persona, a free ingredient. I've got the space for it, no reason to pass it up. And there are the stairs again. Boy, we're eyeing floor 50, aren't we? Stuff like that sounds like a dubious thing to be saying, maybe. Ah, that chest is right next to where we started, but it looks like we're taking the long way around to get it.
There are so many twists and turns here. Be careful you don't get ambushed by any shadows.
Enemy spotted. Let's
Yep,
take him
I had a feeling I waited too long on that one. But thankfully I noticed it before I rushed headlong into it.
Alright, do this!
I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more
Yeah, I
time.
didn't really get any good information from those yesterday, in the last attack, other than that they're not weak to ice. All the other elements are covered, so... No. Try dark. I haven't been able to say that very often. Nope, not dark. There's also light. Or there's electricity.
We cannot pass this up. Put you down.
Since I've already got that persona, I'm going to take the cash.
This is over.
Ooh, do I want to send somebody ahead? Akihiko wants to go. Yeah, I'll trust him on that one. That could save us some time. Not again that we're rushing through anything, but have to try to be smart as we advance here, since we are a party member down until we get to the next floor.
Yo, there's a shadow!
We have the advantage. Don't hold anything back.
That nice reminder about her theurgy gauge being ready.
Still setting up. It'll take a little more time.
We don't know about the Haughty Maya's weaknesses, although looking at the abilities it has, Koha and Makoha, I'm thinking probably darkness. But we can say that the Vicious Raven is weak to ice.
What to do?
I guess we know for sure that Bufu is effective against the Vicious Ravens, so as long as I don't miss, fingers crossed, having said that out loud now, I'm just running that risk of being open to that light attack with this persona. Good thoughts here that Aha can do something good to these Haughty Mayas. Okay. Felt like one of those 50-50s where it's either going to be weak to the opposing element or entirely resistant to it. Thankfully, the side was the weak to it.
This is your chance.
It was a big expenditure of SP, but we're nearing the end of our time in Tartarus tonight, so I'm feeling a little bit better spending that. I'd rather spend it now than to not spend it all and waste it. Yeah, a free homunculus there. I'm not sure we're going to hit the Arcana Burst before the time ends today. We'll do our best.
Doing pretty well.
We did. I'm very happy with how it went, all things considered. Kind of took a gamble there, and it thankfully didn't work out against me.
Go.
There you are. I went ahead and scouted the area. Here, take this. I picked it up while I was out looking around. Another homunculus, a luminous shell, a mineral, and some money. Kudos to him for not just pocketing that money. And I mean, he found it. It feels like he's entitled to it. Maybe the money balance I have is like a party-wide money, so it's not like it's personally my money, even though I guess I could spend it on things like going to the arcade. And thank you, Fuka. This brings us to the 50th floor. Big milestone. Very nice to see. Still a long way to go.
Treasure chest.
The time is getting close. In a perfect world, I'm able to find another two-way teleporter.
Dude, Fuka's power is so sick!
Yes, it is. I'm sorry I interrupted you. I don't want to pass up these shadows for the experience of
Look at it.
facing them. Maniacal Book. Uses ice attacks. I really don't think it's going to be weak to ice then.
I'll go with.
And Huapo is weak to ice, so. I don't know. Strategically, I guess Mokoi makes the most sense. It really doesn't have much of an attacking ability, though. We'll try Marak. That'll open Junpei up to use a slashing or we'll just hit the weakness here. That works too. Alright. I will definitely take that. Money. Ooh. A Hierophant. We haven't had one of those in a while. Do I have? I'm sure I do. Yeah. So I'm sure I've still got space for a Persona. That will be one less I need to summon if I'm doing anything with the elderly couple, which I haven't done in a while, so... Yeah, I've still got 3 openings. No, that one's all turned around. I'm gonna have to wait for it if I fight it. I don't want to spend that much time on it. The Dark Hour needs to function within some level of reason. Up on the ramp there, they're not usually up that high. It's going to cost us 1 Twilight Fragment. I'm sure I can afford that.
You took the initiative.
Oh.
It's a group of 5.
Do I have Mabufu on anybody? I don't think I do. I really wish I did, though. But I don't see it, so I guess we're trying this one at a time, hopefully. Seems like these flying enemies are especially evasive. I'm glad we're nearing the end of our time in Tartarus as well, because attacking these one by one at 4 SP per attack is probably not something I would really want to do if I plan to go exploring much further. There is something fun though about these hitting weaknesses just one by one like that. I knock that one down, I go again. I knock that one down, I go again. I've knocked them all down, now we all go. Here we go. There we go, what a fight. Not as much money as it could have been. The experience boost might have been good in a fight like that. But we need the money, we're going to spend it.
Oh, pretty well.
Fairy Talisman. I'm not sure I remember finding those before. Plus 20 SP, that's pretty nice. Is that worth more than 1 endurance for me? That's great for Fuka. 20 SP. I've been underutilizing her analysis abilities, but that is one of her primary functions, and so for her having a bit more SP, that'll be nice. I believe I see the stairs up ahead there. Did I switch my persona? I did not.
Found the stairs. Wanna head up?
Now, what do we run into next?
Sounds like you're asking for trouble asking it that way, but...
Hey, let's loot that chest.
Now's our chance.
We have the chance to hit first.
Never mind.
Looks like fire will work great.
Okay, yeah, that one's healed by fire, actually, so we don't want to do that. And I'm assuming, these are nice compliments, where one is weak to ice and one is weak to fire.
What to do?
In a perfect world, I should be able to swap over to Junpei here to pass my turn, and he will carry off with the fire ability. He might not do that. In the past, he has kind of tried other things because we're still fact-finding, but we'll see. Not what I wanted to see. There's a time and a place to learn information, but I kind of feel like sometimes when you've already got the information, not making the most of it kind of hurts. Okay, well, turn that back around. Guess I should have trusted you more, Junpei. You knew what you were doing after all. That big swing, so much that he spins around. Very late in the day to be finding an experience bonus. But that is an Arcana Burst. All the 3s or 4s now. Patra, money, healing, or experience. 2,900 yen. Stuff's getting more expensive, so 2,900 yen doesn't go quite as far for some of our shopping.
That certainly went well.
But I'd rather have it than not have it. Three turquoise, alright.
Yo, there's a shadow!
We've got the upper hand.
Detected. We've got the upper hand.
It's weak to electricity. It's weak to fire. I can hit it with Maragi, learn some information about that one. Ideally not miss both of those, and pass the rest of the turn off to Akihiko, who, again, in a perfect world, is going to use electricity. Yeah, because I can.
I'm good to go.
Akihiko.
I'm on it.
His turn probably follows mine. Oh, that works too. I'll say if he didn't use it this turn, then he might get a turn after mine to use it.
Everyone, follow my lead.
Nice to just see the team working so well together, too. It really feels like we've stepped into our own here. Maybe part of it's the psychological aspect of seeing us all in new gear. But, you know, our abilities are broadening, our ability to work together is getting better.
Haha! Perfecto!
A life stone, that's nice to see. I used a couple of those earlier. More than a couple now.
Found the stairs!
Sure did.
Oh, there's a treasure chest.
There's a part of me that thinks I remember everybody's average floor being up around level 54 when I saw everybody's progress when I checked earlier. I'd like to think, you know, maybe that's kind of, you know, metagaming to some capacity.
One of those chests.
I think it was something the game told me. It wasn't something I looked up externally. But again, we've been here a little longer than I normally play, but if I can make it up to that floor, there's hopefully a chance that that would be a two-way teleporter, which would be a great stopping point compared to ducking out and having to go back down to the previous one. Tentatively, that's what I'm going to push for at this point. And yes, Fuka, I do know that you could use your ability.
I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time.
I'll go with.
Looks like it's gotta be ice. And it is. I am getting kind of low on SP. That actually could be something I could try to leverage Fuka's ability for. I don't know what her actual benefit's going to be, since it said it could be anything from stats to HP to SP. Not sure it's going to give me that choice there, but... Ooh, level 5. Slash boost. Or money or a persona. I've already got a magician with me, but I'm going to take Jack-o'-lantern again, just as an ingredient for another fusion.
Haha! Perfecto!
There. I thought there was somewhere around I could break. Ooh, a very serpentine floor.
Hey, that looks like a rip.
Oh, Snuff Soul. I can't see it and not come break it. That vine is worth pocket change, but I'll take it. Oof. No, I said we're going to try 2 more floors. We spent a lot of that time in the Velvet Room, so like I say, Time War's working differently there. It'll still be multiple trips back here, but...
There's a shadow.
So let's not rush too much here. I forgot to switch my personas back. I guess I'm going last this turn.
You struck a weakness. Sonata-senpai.
Nice hit, Junpei.
What to do?
Alright. Well, I gotta try, so thankfully I'm able to hopefully do my part here. Yes, I didn't miss. And Emperor Oberon. Very nice. Yeah, we're seeing some 5s here. That's kind of cool to see for our shuffle time.
Doing pretty well.
Another life stone there. Still room for one more persona. This is a big floor.
Shadow up ahead. Hit him hard and fast.
We've got the upper hand.
Ice and fire.
Never mind. I'll go with.
I'm just going to do the ice side of it, and hopefully, again, Junpei can fill in for the rest of it. I'm getting down there just enough that it's going to be a little bit tight to properly manage my remaining SP. If push comes to shove, it's not especially bad if I run out, but it really does kind of limit the rest of the things I can do. So Junpei, what are you going to do? You're going to use that. That's fine.
Last one. Stay focused.
Sonata-senpai just defeated 2 enemies.
That works. The outcome is all good. Probably would have resulted in shuffle time, but there's Yukari getting level 20. You like to see that.
Alright then, moving on.
Hey, let's loot that chest.
This floor just seems to keep going, doesn't it?
We got the upper hand.
They're weak to electricity, and they're weak to fire or ice.
I'll go with.
Alright.
2 enemies down.
Ready to roll.
We'll give it off to Akihiko, who's probably going to Mazio the rest of them here. Or, okay. Oh, is he going to hit just the one? No.
Sonata-senpai down.
Maybe the other 2 had resistances to electricity that I'd forgotten about. Either way, I like the strategic choice there, and it came together good. There we go. $2,900 more yen. Seeing that level 5 XP boost wouldn't have been bad either. I don't want to fall behind our averages too far.
Nailed it.
We're here on the very first day of climbing, so hopefully we're able to keep close to everybody. 2,600 yen and the
Can
stairs.
we go up those stairs?
Yes, we can. Okay, yes, strong enemy on the next floor. So as soon as I see that teleporter, we are leaving Tartarus for the night. It has been our hour and probably a little bit then some. That also kind of changes how we finish off the floors here. With Yukari's 95 remaining SP, we're going to top off our health. Pretty close to it. I've only got 9, so I'm going to kind of milk mine a little bit. Barring an extreme need, I should be a...
This outfit is thebomb.com. I'm a sucker
Bomb.com.
for some nice, sleek red.
Maybe this is one of those small floors, and this is just like one room up here. There's a treasure chest. I need to open the treasure chest. I can't see a chest and not open it. None of you would expect that from me, would you?
Now's our chance.
We have the chance to hit first.
Weak to ice, weak to electricity. I'm just gonna whack it with my... Well, no. Let's do this. Fuka, use your ability for us.
Radiant light of life, shine upon us all.
Okay. Again, from a game-playing standpoint here, we know there's a strong enemy up on the next floor. It's kind of a bummer to be stopping there, but I do kind of want to hold within some vicinity of my plan of not going too far beyond the dark hour time, so I'm not going to engage the shadow when we get up there. Seeing everybody's full theurgy gauge,
Overdo it!
it's a little tough, but it is what it is. No, nope, nope, we've done enough. This is a good stopping point, assuming... I guess I did just assume there's going to be a teleporter because there usually is, but that hasn't even always been the case.
Powerful enemy spotted!
There's a powerful enemy up ahead.
Leader!
Alright. There is our teleporter. Here we go. We'll come in fresh to face the Guardians next time we're in Tartarus. While the dark hour is done, I will still stop by the Velvet Room. What do I have to say to Elizabeth here?
Good day. Are you accepting a request?
Ah, I found more treasures.
Wonderful.
Thank you for your assistance. Please take these as your reward. A couple more chewing souls. I need to look for 150 total chests
By all
now.
means.
Very nice.
Very well then.
But yeah, we're going to update the compendium. Got an Emperor, a Magician, a Hierophant, a Chariot, a Moon. So I don't really need Death, Devil, or Fool. So maybe I can make something out of that combination that would actually be more in line with the social links I have. But yeah, compendium, potential fusion, and then that's where the night's going to be wrapped up. I've been coming in here a lot today.
Welcome to the Velvet Room. Registering personas?
Oh, quite the long list we're accumulating now.
Will you register it to the all registered? Will you register it to all registered? Is overwriting I've completed registration. Is overwriting I've completed
Those are
registration.
probably all the ones I'm going to overwrite, since these are all ones I found. Yeah, not you, not you, not you, not you. Alright. So our compendium is up to date with all of our new ones.
I, too. It is a special persona you desire, is it
I'll
not?
say I can make Fortuna, that's technically true, but I would have to pay for all three of those, so I'm not probably going to do that right away.
What kind of persona do you desire?
The only new one I can make, well, I've got a couple actually. Okay, I've got three. I can make a Priestess, a Fortune, or a Hanged Man.
Seeing what personas come to be is a great joy of mine.
Bareth probably isn't that expensive to resummon, considering it's only level 13. And that uses slime, which doesn't have tremendous utility for me. Chariot is there for the track team. Moon would be our new friend, Suemitsu. Although Death and Fool, neither of those are anything. Not that Fortune is either, but...
Seeing what personas
A
come
level
to
20
be
persona.
is a great joy of mine.
This would be a wise
yeah, let's
choice.
start there. It's resistant to fire, totally resistant to fire and wind, but weak to ice and electricity. A fairy in German folklore, who carries a bag of magical sand which puts humans to sleep when thrown into their eyes. If the victim resists, the Sandman will sit on their eyelids. A good balanced group of stats there.
What do you wish to inherit?
A lot of different abilities. I can only pick 3 of them though. An ice attack, a dark attack, I've had Akihiko in my party quite a lot for electric coverage, so maybe just having a single target Zio as opposed to Mazio for the cost difference. I guess if I'm attacking 3 or more enemies, Mazio is more cost effective. Going forward, I suppose spreading Mazio around is going to be more advantageous than Zio, so we'll do the party-wide.
It seems no new powers.
That's right, we haven't met any Fortune social link yet, so we'll just be making a persona with no bonuses here. But I feel good about getting both of those out of my persona inventory. Not anything against those two, but combining two persona that are lower level into one stronger one, it'll be a good thing. I am Sandman. With the power of my magical sand, I'll bless you with sweet dreams. Well, I could resummon a chariot. Well, I won't really need a hanged man necessarily until next Sunday at the earliest, though, since we can't interact with Maya until Sundays. There's a greater chance I'll have time with the track team this week before Sunday, so maybe I will hold off on
Take
that.
all the time you need to consider.
I could make Hypixie, but we haven't met a priestess, and having the Hierophant on hand is kind of nice. And I won't summon anything tonight because, again, I don't know what I'm going to need, so I won't spend the money on that before spending the money tomorrow with Officer Kurosawa.
Very well.
So I think for now that
We look
puts us in a good
forward to
state.
your
So
next-
Igor, Elizabeth, thank you so much. Wouldn't be here without you. I appreciate it. That just kind of feels like that wraps up our time in Tartarus on a good, almost bureaucratic note of stopping and doing the paperwork, of updating the compendium, and making the personas we need. The party got to a good bit of progress there. Stat-wise, we're 20 across the board, well, other than Fuka, so we're really close to 20 on average. We did actually get to the same average level everybody else did. So I feel good about that. It took a little longer than our intended time. Please don't hold that against me. It's going to happen from time to time, but it didn't go too overboard. I mean, I could probably keep playing for a couple hours and just try to keep climbing as best I could between using items and healing and what have you, but within some reason, there's got to be that balance. And that is that balance. So I'm going to save it here. And we are going to head back to the dorm, feeling really good about that.
Oh, hello.
Do you want to stop for tonight? Let's call it quits. All right. Please get a good night's rest, everyone. All right. That is the end of Sunday. We're not going to see any of Monday, so I can say I saved it properly tonight. So we'll finish off the day and head back to the desk to talk about it. We'll be right there. Okay, here we are back at the desk. That is the end of Sunday, June 14th. And it was another really great day. It was one of our longer ones again, coming off of some short ones. There's kind of that parity overall. It was a day off. It was Sunday, so that was nice to have. We had some texts from some friends in the morning offering to do some stuff during the day. I thought about it, kept it in mind. Made our walk around town and talked to people, saw some stuff. Ended up at the shrine and saw Ken Amada again. It's been a week ago that we met him the first time. Nice to see that Junpei and Yukari are still spending time with him. I talked to Fuka in the lobby. She was kind of surprised that we're able to go out during the day. She figured that we had to stay in the dorm on days off. So, kind of feels like her world is broadening. Completed a few requests for Elizabeth while we were out and around. And ended up spending my day playing the online game with Maya. We made a little bit of social progress there. She was kind of venting again about the Mr. E person she works with at whatever school she works at. And talking about how just, fastidious he is on things and how hard he is to deal with. And she was just able to vent about things she couldn't actually say in real life. So I kind of got to be that listening post person to vent to. She trusted me and was happy to be able to share those thoughts. And also kind of try to distance herself from them and enjoy the game we were playing. So we had a fun day doing some gaming and some chatting, and increased our social link rank to rank 6, I believe it was already. Far and away the highest we've got. It was a really fun use of our daytime. And that brought us to evening again. As fun as the prior night had been exploring Tartarus with our new gear, I was excited to get back and try a little bit more. I also kind of wanted to redeem myself after being almost defeated yesterday, trying to rush in and play hero, only to have it turned against me. So we got back there today. Fuka did a great job coordinating things for us. I left Mitsuru down to stay with her since she was the highest level of the party. Kind of balances everybody else out that way. But the rest of us headed up the tower then. Fought a lot of new shadows. Got to use our Theurgy a couple times, so it was nice to see a couple new iterations of that. And we made really solid progress. We gained some levels, we found a lot of money to hopefully help us out tomorrow in looking at buying new gear. We spent a little bit of extra time in there. Yeah, I'm going to keep acknowledging that because it is true, it did happen. But we made it all the way up to floor 52? I think it was 52 that we were shooting for. That caught up with everybody else's average that we saw before we went in. It was a two-way teleporter. There's going to be a guardian waiting for us on that floor next time we arrive. So we're going to start off hitting the ground running next time, but it was a very good stopping point for today. We probably could have kept going if there was more time, but the dark hour is called the dark hour, so I don't want to go too far out of that range. So we kind of ran out of time, updated the compendium, fused a couple new persona, and headed back to the dorm for the night. So it was a really good day overall. I feel like we made a lot of good progress as a team. We worked well together, we deepened our abilities, I got some new persona, so I feel like that much more capable. And just seeing everybody working together. Fuka stepped right into the coordinator role like it was no big deal. She seemed confident, calm, collected, and just able to really do everything there for us. So seeing us all work together just shows that our organization is becoming that much more capable. We're looking to watch that countdown towards the full moon since we know something is going to happen then, but we're going to do all we can to get ready for it. So yes, that is the end of Sunday the 14th. It was a wonderful day, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm so happy that you spent it with me. My name is Tom Shima. I stream this Persona A Day series live every day at 12:30 Eastern Time on Twitch. I've got a schedule available on Twitch that'll convert that to your local time if that's easier, but I would love to have you if you want to join. I also upload each day's playthrough to YouTube, so if you want to watch the current day or any other past day, I've got a playlist there to catch up on anything at your own schedule. But I just hope everyone's Sunday is the best it can be. If you've got a chance to get some rest and relax, I hope you're able to. Just kind of take the day to make it whatever you want, and come into the new week feeling as ready for it as you can be. We'll all take that collective breath and get ready for it, and be ready to face whatever happens tomorrow. But I've been Tom Shima. I've been so happy you've been here with me, and I hope we can do it again sometime. Thank you so much, and goodbye.